Do you have a negative outlook when you think about the economy? You're not alone. The Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index continues to set records. Earlier this month, the preliminary reading of the index came in at a meager 50.2. That was the lowest ever measure for the index since the University of Michigan began gathering consumer data in 1952. This was the lowest measure ever until just a few days ago. The index dropped another 0.2 of a point, down to an even 50, making it the lowest measure of the index ever recorded. Consumers across the board have to be feeling pretty lousy for the index to sink to another all-time low. The survey director referred to this in her comments, saying, "Consumers across income, age, education, geographic region, political affiliation, stock holding, and home ownership status all posted large declines." She added that about 79% of consumers expected bad times in the year ahead for consumer conditions, the highest since 2009. In her assessment of the results, she implied that erosion in living standards could continue. As higher prices become harder to avoid, consumers may feel no choice but to adjust their spending patterns, whether through substitution of goods or foregoing purchases altogether. Does increasing wages help? Unfortunately, inflation is so high that real wages have declined despite significant increases in nominal wages. Average hourly earnings jumped 5.2% year over year in May. However, the inflation rate for May was 8.6%, which more than offset this jump in wages. According to the results of a recent CNBC survey, 66% of American workers say inflation has outpaced any wage gains they have made in the past year. Consumer sentiment being at an all-time low is no surprise for obvious reasons, inflation being at the center. What's the next domino that could fall to make us feel even lower? It seems that the news is nothing but negative. Ukraine, gas prices, political divide, and more. It's hard to imagine that anything will change to make consumers feel better anytime soon. It is important to pay attention to how the country is feeling. We'll be sure to keep you up to date. Till next time.
Hey guys, Joe Montana here with my man Devlin Steele. He and his team at Augusta Precious Metals are constantly putting out new information to keep you ahead of the game. Click subscribe now and hit the notification bell to stay up to date. You'll be glad you did.